this is more of a rant against capitalism than anything, because like when you're beholden to how well your creativity is performing as a full-time content creator, it gets so tied to you and your own personal identity that you start to feel like you as a creative person are not good enough creatively. And that's just not the ethos behind being a creator at all. We were not necessarily meant for it to be put a number on so that way we can like make a living off of it. You know, like we should be able to just do it just because it's enjoyable. And if we want to be able to do it for our entire life with 100% of our time, you know, I won't say 100% of our time, but doing it with, you know, a lot of time in our day, like what makes us feel fulfilled, like we should just be able to do that, you know? But when the obstacle becomes, I want to do this with my full-time hours, you know, 40 plus hours per week, but you also have rent to take care of, a pet to feed, kids even. Life isn't cheap under capitalism. So when you have to couple taking care of your entire life with content creation under capitalism, it can really tank how you feel about yourself creatively. It can really just shoot your self-esteem way down. Seeing that your stream is having less people come, seeing that your latest YouTube short didn't get as much views as you thought it would, seeing that your TikToks are not going viral. I'm looking at my YouTube short now that appears to just have 11 views. See, but that's the thing. It's like, it's not necessarily because I'm not good at what I do. It's because a computer that people have set up to distribute the content to people doesn't think it's good enough to put it toward other people, despite the fact that arguably a lot of people might like that clip. You know, in doing full-time content creation for 8 years, I've learned that it is really, really, really hard. Even 8 years into it, I still have moments like this. It's really hard to separate how well your content is performing as far as stats go and the fact that you actually have the talent to back up having good stats. Because I think we live in such a world now where like if something doesn't have a lot of likes, if something doesn't have a lot of views, people see it as like, no, that's not good enough. Look how little likes it has. But that's not necessarily the case. That's not necessarily how art is. If it evokes an emotion, if it creates a sense of feeling seen, like that's what creating is. Trying to make that full time can be exhausting, absolutely exhausting. I would still love to get back to that, you know? I'd love to be able to do it full time and have it cover all the bills, but it takes work. It takes a lot of work and a lot of internal work as well. So for anyone that's like, I would love for this to be my full-time job, I think it's really cool. It's really cool and it's really fun when it's going the way you want it to. But you have to also love it when it's not going really well, because it is likely to happen. Even the top streamers out there probably have days where they feel like it's not as good as it could be. You still have to love it on those days, or else what's the point?